When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. Septum Sin versus the world. Septum Sin versus the world. Septum Sin versus the world. Septum Sin versus the world.
I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching Septum Sin vs. the World. I'm Septum Sin. I know it has been a while since I've done a review, and now I'm like shooting them rapid fire. Well, there's only really one more review that's going to be coming up not too long after this, and it's going to be I've shown it in my pickups, but unfortunately the Blu-ray is not here right now. Hopefully, it will be here for the next review of the sequel movie. And the movie we're going to be reviewing today is She Was So Pretty. Now, I admit, this is the poster for the second one, but it's rather cool looking, isn't it? Well, this is the first of the two movies, and they come in this double release. It just got released on Blu-ray not long ago. You can buy it. I would encourage you to do so. It is a fun film. I watched it originally for Inside Movies Galore. If I can find that episode, I am going to link to it so you can enjoy that discussion in the description down below. And finally getting the Blu-ray is pretty darn awesome. I like the movie enough that I put a good portion of my own movie towards the creation of the sequel. I haven't seen the sequel yet, but we will see. On this Blu-ray, I'm only going to tell you about the features for the first film. There is a commentary with the director and some of the actors and such, and there is a little outtakes bit. There's an alternate ending, so you kind of get an idea as to where it was originally headed. And last but not least, there is a trailer and a photo gallery. All fine stuff. So let's go ahead and dive on in. So this movie is mostly about a killer. He is a interesting character. It's not that different in a way from the start of Christmas Cruelty, because you get to see the killer on his game and his element. And you get to see him stalking his prey. And essentially you go through an entire year worth of stalking before he finally gets to pouncing on this prey and doing, well, terrible things to this person. Will she get out? Will her friends come to rescue her? Well, you'll have to watch the movie to find out. Alright. So let's talk about the good. I actually thought the acting in this movie was fairly good. It was very passable for a low budget to no budget film. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed most of the characters in it. Even my least liked, which was the police officer, fake police officer type character. I got to like him more at the end of the film, and when you see it, you'll understand why. I also understand her motivation when they were talking about commentary, and she wanted him to kind of be like the officer in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I admit, that take, if they could have pulled that off, he would have come across as much more creepy. He just really came across as almost a comical, well, dick. And then this one. But still, it was a very interesting character, and towards the end, very good. The music was spectacular. I enjoyed this. You had sort of a techno feel for part of it, and then you had sort of a folky feel for the rest of it. And my cat is shaking this camera because he wants attention. This is, I will, love on the computer. No, cat, don't do that. Okay. So, the music really does speak to it. And I was listening to the commentary again talk about how different type of music represented different types of moods. I'm going to put this up here because I do not want him getting at it. And it was kind of cool. You got sort of the stalkerish music, and then you also had the sort of relaxed music. Well, him relaxed, not necessarily his victims. The special effects were pretty good. The gore was very realistic. I have a bit of a hard time with certain bits of gore, and I had a little bit of a hard time here. So, those of you who are light on the gore, be careful about that. I also looked at the little bits, and watching the commentary was very useful here. It's only a 70-some minute movie, this cut of it, so it's well worth going over again. You learn so much, like the little nuances of seeing the time pass. Like there's a scene during the Christmas time, you can tell because of the lights, and he's sitting there watching the mannequins in the window going like this and mimicking them. And they really made him into a creepy character. You look at him and you say, yeah, that's a serial killer, all right. I could tell he is. No offense to the actor. unless you could take that as a compliment that yes, you portrayed this guy excellently. I think that is pretty much it for my comments on the good. The bad, there are a couple parts in this that did kind of, I don't know, not quite feel right to me. I don't know, any of the torture scenes just don't quite sit with me very well. But again, that's personal. I'll take a point off for that only because it's me. But if you love these kind of torture horror movies, like I Spit on Your Grave, or the Hostel movies, you will like this. It's not all that, though. So again, you can still do that. I really did fall for this film quite a bit when I was there, and normally I do not gush about a film like this. Like, I really wanted to like some of them, and I really wanted to like this one initially. Well, I didn't really want to. It was on a discussion board, and if any of you have watched the Inside Movies Galore discussions, you know that my takes on films could go either way. And I was surprised by how much I actually did like this film. It was well done, decently acted, and well scored. For that, and the fact that it came with a decent number of special features and a nice release, I give She Was So Pretty an 8 out of 10. So, what are you doing? Get out there. Get a copy. You never know. With these indie movies, you never know when they're going to disappear. So get a copy while you can. And if you can see the extended cut, I would recommend you do so. It's kind of cool to see where they went, and I do agree with the director that they did better with the cut edition. But you might have a different opinion. Let me know in the comments down below. And we'll see you on the next one. I tell you, the cats. Greetings! You're watching Septum Sin vs. the World, and this is yet another shout-out video. I've shouted out a lot of people, and a lot of people who have, well, gotten me in my start for my channel. We're not a massive channel, but we are a fun, tight group of people. Every single one of you are awesome people, and I owe my inspiration for starting out this channel to a number of these. We covered Cool Duder a little while ago, But now we're going to cover Wet Movie 1. I discovered Wet Movie 1 a little bit after Cool Duder, so I really wanted to get those in order of discovery. I was looking for people who are into the same thing as I am. I mean, movie collecting. It's just really cool to see someone that is doing the same thing. And he had a lot more, he had a similar vibe as Cool Duder. He would do a lot of these skits, very similar to that. I loved his little cooking videos at the beginning of his channel. I've been watching this channel for a long time, long enough to where it was manageable to watch the backlog. Not so manageable now, as he has gone through a lot of changes. He did an amazing weight loss journey to where he lost all of this extra weight he had. Me, I need to do that myself, and I'm working on it one step at a time. But that takes a lot of dedication. That alone is well worth it. But on top of the typical out and about videos where he's finding, or just his journey videos where he's going out, he's looking for stuff, he also, and his movie reviews, to where he shows a lot of the stuff that he's bought or has been sent, he also has a lot of these videos where he's out and about in the Hollywood area and meeting with these different movie stars or going to these different events. Things that I have never seen before. I can't recommend this channel enough, and if you have not watched him, you should join the Wet Movie Army. I should have worn my Wet Movie 1 shirt. I do have one, and if you don't have one, you should watch it, and if you like his stuff, go grab one. He's one of the few YouTubers I am proud to have a shirt by, and I am hoping that you will as well. Any case, check by Wet Movie 1's, let him know that I've sent you along, and have yourself a nice viewing experience. See you on the next one.